the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes. And if you qualify, we can guarantee that you won't be writing a big fat check to the IRS, or our services cost you nothing. The first 100 people that call today will get a free tax consultation worth $500. Stop worrying about your IRS problem. We can help you, we promise. Call the tax doctor right now. I mean right now, to learn more.
800-240-4587. 800-240-4587. 800-240-4587. That's 800-240-4587.
Why have thousands of aspiring authors teamed up with Christian Faith Publishing to publish their book? Because Christian Faith Publishing is an author-friendly publisher who understands that your labor is more than just a book. We provide authors freedom and flexibility throughout the publishing process, professional book editing, award-winning design, and some of the highest royalty structures in the publishing industry. And as always, you will retain 100% of the rights to your book.
I was looking to find a company that I could trust, one that assisted in the editing process completely.
The most important qualities that I was looking for was a publisher who was honest and upfront, no hidden costs or fees, and owning the rights to my own work.
Christian Faith Publishing will publish, market, and sell your book. All major bookstores, online booksellers, as well as specialty Christian bookstores. Call for your free author submission kit.
800-978-4812. 800-978-4812. 800-978-4812. That's 800-978-4812.
Here's important new information from the Diabetes Solution Center for you, a family member, or a loved one suffering with diabetes. If you have lost your provider, or if you need a provider for diabetic supplies, you may qualify to receive your diabetic testing supplies now with little or no out-of-pocket cost, regardless of your age. All you need is Medicare or private insurance to be potentially eligible. Call the Diabetes Solution Center right now for details. Just takes a couple of minutes. Our friendly, knowledgeable agents will give you free, no-obligation information, handle all the insurance paperwork, and make sure your supplies are delivered directly to your door for free.
Call U.S. Medical Supply 24 hours a day. 800-597-9323. 800-597-9323. 800-597-9323. Call right now. 800-597-9323.
You're listening to Joco Community Radio.
Hello, Jobfather Nation. We are excited and honored to be a part of NTX Radio, a radio and podcast collective proudly serving all of North Texas and can be heard all over the world on the TuneIn Radio app or the NTX Radio app. In addition to that, you can listen to our podcast and the entire lineup on Android, Apple CarPlay, or just ask Alexa to play NTX Radio. Check out our lineup and more on ntxradio.com. We thank our valued partners for helping us amplify the voices of North Texas. Well, before we get started and on to some of our exciting events today, let's bow our head for a quick word of prayer. Father God, we are just incredibly honored to be a part of the Jobseeker community. And we just ask, Lord God, you would use our voices to further your kingdom and to support job seekers and job transitioners. Lord God, open doors of opportunity for them. And please do not let them miss building any fruit of the Spirit during this time. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Well, group, we're excited to be here today. Of course, I'm about to turn it over to the one and only Jobfather. But we are excited to discuss networking outside the box. So we're going to be looking at a number of different areas around networking and discussing some really exciting things, which we believe will impact the job seeker community. And then we have a phenomenal guest, Bill Benishek, strategic sales leader for the second second half of the show, but he's also going to be joining in and supporting our conversation in the first part. So,
Oh, yeah.
without further ado, the one and only Jobfather, we are excited to hear from you, Foster, and we're awaiting anxiously your dad joke.
Well, real quick, um, I want to say thanks to everybody that's tuning in. Let's see. Jim Williams is
Yay!
with us, and Daniel. What's up,
Hey,
Daniel?
Daniel.
And Skippy Rod. I don't know who Skippy Rod is, but good morning, Skippy Rod.
We
I think
love
that's
Skippy.
probably one of Bill's buddies.
There we
Uh,
go.
so awesome. And Gene Clay, Rex Sowett. Oh man, we have a number of folks that join us each week, and we appreciate you guys. So I want to say real quick before I go to Dana, real quick, guys. Oracle and Databricks, a company called Databricks, seem to be hiring. They seem to be moving and grooving. And I saw Alice Carrillo was with us. Good morning, Alice. You, if you check
Hey,
out those two,
Alice.
you check out those two. Just throwing that out there. Hey, Daniel Martinez, what's going on, brother? Mi hermano. All right. So, all right, Dana, you've got a cat.
Okay.
So, where do you find where do you find a birthday present for a cat?
Where do I find a bird? In the litter box? Just kidding.
That's actually pretty good.
It maybe isn't a birthday present for the cat, but for anybody that cleans it, no. I don't know. Tell me. I feel like I'm missing something easy here, but
It is easy. In a catalog.
I like that one. That's cute.
So
Catalog.
Alice, did you like that? Was that a good one?
That was a good one for me, at least. I liked it. Oh my
All right,
gosh.
guys. As you saw, good morning, Nikki Duncan. I don't want to miss anybody. Yeah, Nikki just joined us. Happy Friday, she says. Happy Friday to Nikki.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. And Foster
Megan
Sardin.
O'Gorman's with us. Oh my goodness.
We got a
Look
big
at the
day.
folks coming in. This is wonderful. This is good.
Yeah. Well,
So-
I'm sorry to interrupt. I just forgot to
Go
thank
ahead.
Mez for being in the background because we cannot do the show without Mez, and we love
we
her,
can't.
and we're so grateful for everything she's doing. And if I and I believe we're going to be honored by Mez's presence today. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Mez's internet's out, so she may not be able to join us as usual because she's on her phone. But
Okay.
hey, Mez, what's going on, my sister?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
I think Dana's going to be joining us on our Bible study. Come think of it,
I'm
Mez.
so
We're
excited.
excited. So,
Yeah.
you know what? Bill is with us, and Bill and I are going to talk about, and Dana too. So the question is, guys, are you networking with people that have a job? We have a huge network of job seekers.
We
But
do.
are you guys getting out there and network? For obvious reasons, I don't need to explain why it would be important for you guys to network with people that have a job.
Yeah.
So we want to talk about some of this kind of
Let's
stuff
do it.
this morning. And Bill's going to join in and help me with this kind of thing because Bill is Bill, we're going to be talking about on the second part of the show, but Bill is an executive and he gets involved in networking and all that kind of stuff. And he's got some neat stories as to why I want to direct you guys to meetup.com. So my dad told me something when I was a kid. He said, "Son, if you want to learn how to do something, go hang out with the people that do it."
It's so true,
And
Foster.
you know what? As simple as that. Guys, the biggest thing that we can do in our job search is to get out amongst other people. That is the biggest thing you can do. You find out about things going on. I don't have to tell you guys because you do it. But it's awesome because you get to meet people in your area of expertise, so to speak. And you'll find out about new things that are going on and all that kind of stuff. So I want to encourage you guys to go to meetup.com.
Yep, it's a good one.
Foster, what is meetup.com? I'm going to tell y'all a recruiting story I had when I was where was I? I was at Corn Ferry and I was
Mm-hmm.
I was supporting Smith's Aerospace, Dana. I think
Okay.
I tell you all my stories. I probably told
No,
you that.
but
Yeah.
this is
You'll
fun. I
probably
always
I
like
even
to
have
remember.
hear your
I,
stories.
So, guys, we needed for
I even
Smith's
have my
Aerospace, we needed to
I even had
find
my
avionics
I had a plant.
engineers for Smith's Aerospace. And I got to thinking, I said, well, we have been on this project for over a month and we have not been successful with finding them what they want. They rejected everything. And I said, you know what? The best avionics engineers I could think of would probably be those guys that are in Formula One racing that
Oh, yeah.
are responsible for the telemetry in the cars and all
Mm-hmm.
of that sort of thing. So I gave that a shot. So I said, okay, where can I find these engineers? So I went to meetup.com, guys, and I looked up e- engineering and I found a group of avionics engineers. And it just so happened that I connected with one of those guys and I talked to him and he said, hey, Sunday, I think that Sunday was the Grand Prix of it was at Silverstone. It was the Grand Prix of England of Great Britain, and Sunday after church, I went over there and met with those guys. It was about 15 of those guys, and they were all sitting there and watching on the big screen. We were watching the F1 race, and they got to talk, and out of those 15 guys, about honestly about 8, 9 of them were avionics engineers. Some were avionics engineers. Some of them had been in avionics before in their electrical engineering uh, 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 stories that they had in their career. So what we did, guys, was talk to those guys. One of those guys was interested in hearing what I had to talk about, and one of the guys was in job search. So you know how that worked out. I hired those two guys. I submitted them to Smith's Aerospace, and they got all excited. Well, they
Oh, wow.
forgot who in the world is finding these
Yeah.
particular engineers. And I raised my hand, of course, in that meeting, and they put me as leader of the project. So it looked good to my company, and I headed that out, and that's what led me into we were servicing NASA also at the same time. So that helped me get connected over at NASA, which ended up in a job later on. But I won't get into all of that. But meetup.com, guys, if you want
It's
to,
a
if
good
you're in
one.
the specific industry,
Yeah.
go to meetup.com. Meetup.com is not a dating site for you single folks out there. It's not dating. Well, yeah,
Well,
I
there
guess
is a
it
meetup for
could
that, but
be.
this
Yeah, there is a
is
meetup for that.
different.
Uh-huh. It is. But go check that out in your area of expertise, wherever it is. Look and see where other people are. See if folks in maybe project management,
Yeah.
maybe folks in accounting or something are meeting a certain place and go and meet with them. Go hang out with them. I guarantee you find out something going on.
Yeah, for
Dana,
sure.
oh, I thought you were about to say something. I'm sorry. I
No,
shut.
actually, it's interesting because anytime I've been actively recruiting and I had something like you mentioned that was more of a niche type of role and there
Mm-hmm.
wasn't a ton of people out there, the number one way that the agencies that I worked with would find these people. Numerous companies I worked at, we did this. We would go to the actual networking events for those people, like their own networking events. So like for example Epic, engineers or something, well they would have local networking events for the people that do that here locally, and we would just go attend and meet people and hand out business cards and get to know them, and then we would be able to talk to them about jobs and submit them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's about getting out there.
It is about getting that. That's exactly right. The biggest thing you can do in your job, sir. Honestly, y'all, the biggest thing you can do is getting out there. What we mean
100%.
is go and network, get involved in whether you're in one of the networking events that we're going to talk about today that have job people that already have jobs. That makes sense to network with those
Hmm.
folks, uh, or the huge network that we are a part of. Well, that I actually am the original founder of the Career Search Network. Get out and find out what's going on. Get out amongst job seekers as well, but networking with people that have a job. I think that makes sense. I don't think I need to
It does.
explain that. So,
Yeah.
so I've got Bill. Did you get your audio going there? Are you with us? Can you hear me? I don't know if he can hear me.
Well, I think the audio is a bit he was working with Tiffany on audio, but there's
Yeah.
also some other groups if y'all want to note that
Yeah, let's
Mez has
throw
already
some out
started
there.
putting in the side PMI for project managers,
Right, right,
North
guys.
Texas lead.
Uh-huh.
And Foster, tell us a little bit about last Thursday network breakfasts.
Okay. It used to be last Thursday used to meet after work, and they would have a couple of hundred people. The
Wow.
location was at the Ritz Carlton downtown Dallas, down there by all the
Gotta
companies,
love it.
that were downtown, and there would be, oh my God, there would be 150, 200 people that would get off work and they would come across the street over the Ritz Carlton to attend last Thursday. And it's gone, it's a breakfast now. So I suggest you guys go to Google and Google up last Thursday breakfast meeting. A lot of people that are employed, it's mainly a business networking. It's not for I'm not saying it's not for, obviously, it is for job seekers. It's a good place for job seekers to go. But the majority of the people that are there, probably three-fourths of the people there, have jobs and they're networking because they're jobs. And I think it makes sense. So go check that out. Google, guys, you can go to Google and you can find a lot of these things that Dana and I are going to mention. So,
Yeah.
what about Dana? What about the school that you went to? What about your college alumni groups?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Alumni groups are fabulous. You don't even have to have gone to that school to
Yeah,
necessarily go, maybe with someone you know that
that's
has.
true.
Yep. Also, you can look at different things like Texas Recruiters Network,
Uh-huh.
Solopreneurs Connect. Let's see, Dallas Blue Business Networking.
Dallas Blue is, I'm a part of that,
Yeah.
and it is for solopreneurs, entrepreneurs. It's more entrepreneurial. It's more for folks that are got their own thing that they're getting started up, and
Yeah.
it is wonderful. I would go to Dallas Blue. I think it's dallasblue.com and check that out. You will have people, women in technology. There are a lot of different women business networking groups. I would go to Google and put that in and put in
Yeah.
Dallas. And I'm just saying Dallas, guys, because we're here in Dallas.
But you can
But
do it for any
wherever,
city.
yeah, wherever you are, check these out. Women in technology is all over the United States. Oh my goodness! But yeah, there's women in technology, there's women in business, and there are other women's groups as well. So these are just, we just want to give you guys ideas of where you can go. Even the
Yeah.
Texas realtor luncheons. A lot of people,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they're not all, believe it or not, I've been to a realtor luncheon, and a lot of the people that are at that group are not necessarily in real. There's a lot of different people in different companies. I've met people in CBRE that were there
Oh,
at the
huge
realtors
company.
luncheon and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that? What's their competition? That company, I can't think of it now.
Oh.
Jones Lang LaSalle, yeah, JLL.
Oh, I
Uh,
was thinking of something else.
I
No,
met
that's good.
people there. Those, I think that might be CBRE's biggest competitor. But anyway,
Yeah.
guys, you get my drift. You get where I'm going. We need to get out. My dad told me something
Uh-huh.
when I was young. He said, "Son, if you want to learn how to do something, get out amongst the people that do it."
Mhm.
So, Bill, are you tied in? I don't think Bill can hear me. Bill, can you hear me? We're having some technical bit difficulties this morning that we're not able to get through. That's okay. We got time. So let's look at some other ideas that we have now. Dana mentioned North Texas Lead. I want to go through a little bit of. We've had North Texas Lead on this show before. Actually,
Mhm.
probably two or three times.
Yeah,
North
we have.
Texas Lead, guys, I want to have you guys go and look up North Texas LEAD. The lead stands for Leaders and Executives Advocating Diversity. If you have not, Alice, if I have not directed you towards North Texas Lead, I should have. So Google them up, guys,
Yeah.
and when you go to their website, it's a wonderful website. Gina Bivens, who used to be on the Fort Worth City Council, is the founder. of North Texas Lead. It's been around for 20 plus years, and a number of companies like to get involved with their program. Now, what their program is it gets diversity job seekers, and they put you through they've got kind of a vetting process that they put you through. You have to have a degree, of course, and they put you through a series of interviews, tests, and things like that. In other words, they vet you out because some of these companies they work with are very big. And if you go to northtexaslead.com, that website does a real good job of explaining what it is they do and how they do it. So I would want you guys to get in contact with a lady named Gina, I'm sorry, Gyna, and
Okay.
her last name is Bivens, Bivens. You can find
Mm-hmm.
her very, very easily on LinkedIn. That's
Yep.
Gyna is how she spells her Gina, and it's Bivens is her last name, Bivens. Connect with her or Sonia Scott, Sonya Scott. If I have to help you guys spell Scott, y'all don't know. Y'all don't need to go to
SKATT. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Scat.
Well,
You got a cat, so you got scat.
scat.
Go ahead, Dana.
No, I was going to say, in a lot of ways that I would find when I was when I was recruiting full time, I would go onto LinkedIn and I would look up local networking groups all throughout Dallas, Fort Worth,
Mhm.
and I would sign up to be part of their what do they call that group? I guess it's the on LinkedIn. You can be part of. I forgot what they call it on LinkedIn, but you can go in there and you join all these different groups. That's what they're called. And you go in and join all these different groups, and all of those groups usually post every now and then networkers that they have going on.
Oh,
So that's another way, and that's how I would find them all the time as a recruiter, so I could go recruit those people. So just going to networking events where people are meeting around your career field or a career field you want to get into, is a huge help because recruiters usually do show up to find people. In addition to that, we've been talking so much about AI. Just go on to Chat GPT and say, I live in da 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 da. These are
oh,
my career fields. What are some
oh.
good local networking groups that I can attend? And not only will it tell you, but it'll give you all the contact information. So, I mean, there's so many things you can do to jump in and find ways to network in different groups. And I'm excited because I just got an invite for a networking event not too long ago, and it was good to see that because for a little bit during COVID, it did slow down and stop, but now they're getting back again. Network groups are picking back up. It's a good time to start getting back involved, and it will definitely further your job search.
Mez made a good point. I'm not a fraternity member, but guys, you folks that are sorority and fraternity members have groups. You
Yeah,
keep up with your groups, find out where everybody's working. Y'all get together and talk about stuff, and
exactly.
that is networking, guys. That's what we're wanting to break down to. I want to
Hmm.
thank Gerard Roble, who's with us. He's with us every week. We have a big listenership up in Chicago, and I see he just posted an Oak Brook Job Fair Thursday. That's going to be up there. So all of you folks in Chicago, check that posting out that Gerard Roble has made, and I suggest you guys connect on LinkedIn with Gerard Roble, Gerard, and his last name is Roble. He is my brother in Florida. And so
Mm.
Gerard, oh my goodness, you're talking about somebody that is connected. He helps me meet folks in different areas that I can
I
I
love
can call
it.
and hook up with that I didn't even know they existed.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
hey.
Foster.
Hey,
It's
Mez.
Hey,
nope,
Maz.
it's not Mez, it's
Oh,
Tiffany.
even better. Oh, good.
Hi, Tiffany.
Okay, hi. Okay, so I wanted to add, and I know Foster, when I was on with you a couple of weeks
A couple of
ago,
weeks ago, we had fun.
talking about out of the box networking,
Uh-huh.
a
Uh-huh.
really great thing for a job seeker in transition to do is to go drop in at a co-working space. You could do a drop in typically for like $25 for the day.
Okay.
Work from one of the open co-working desks. It's basically free networking, right? These are people
wow.
who own their own businesses,
That's right.
or they are working from a remote office, such as a co-working space for another corporation. It's a great opportunity to meet other people who are already employed, whether they own their business or they work for another business, and start a conversation about what you're looking for.
Yeah.
6 degrees of separation.
Yeah.
Creating relationships, like you say. I'm not getting in the camera today, people. I'm not ready for that. Yeah, I'm not ready for that.
Y'all have already seen Tiff was with me a couple of weeks ago. So that's Tiffany. She's the boss lady.
Yeah, I wouldn't even dare flash my face into the camera at all right now.
Oh,
But these are great networking experiences,
Uh-huh.
and most of the co-working spaces, especially the unique ones, such as Ensemble Co-working, where we have Foster. You got to experience that. That's where our Fort Worth studio is.
Yep.
They host their own networking events, and they're free. So in Fort Worth, you also have what's called Sparkyard.
And
now
I don't know about Sparkyard.
Yes, Sparkyard. I'll drop some links in the comments.
Okay.
It's actually owned and ran by the owner of Ensemble Co-working as well, Tamara Payne.
Oh,
And so
interesting.
they do joint networking events as well. So it's a great place to tap into where to get out and meet people. How do you connect? How do you connect further? Who are their connections? Again, just another option for relationships. All right, that's all I have. I'm still trying to help Bill.
Oh, that's good. That's perfect. That ties into what we're talking about. I want you guys to check out the Solopreneurs Connect and Dallas Blue. Dallas Blue is huge, guys. These are for some of you folks that are thinking you maybe want to go into having your own business. You may want to be an entrepreneur. If you get out and you network with entrepreneurs, you can figure out how to make that next step towards what it is that you're looking to do. A lot of times we have something alive inside of us, like Dana and I had the Jobfather networking show inside of us alive before we even launched it. And so, it's interesting how these things come about. But the biggest thing we can do is get out amongst people and talk and find out where things are. Just like meeting Tiffany, I'd have never known about what she just talked about. If I had seen one of them myself and then heard her talk about the one. Bill, do we have you with us, or did you get your sound in? Can you hear me? No.
Not yet, Foster. Not yet, Foster.
Okay.
He had it and then he loses it. He loses. So I'm trying to get him to switch over to his phone. And sometimes those MacBooks don't like to cooperate. So
technology.
I'm helping him. So we should have him here for the second half.
Awesome. Sounds good.
That's awesome. And we'll be going to the second half in a little bit. But guys, I can't say enough about North Texas Lead. I want you guys to go to northtexaslead.org. And I appreciate, I think it was Alice that said, Foster, it's not .com, it's .org. And she's right.
Hey, you guys can hear me now?
Now we can.
I can hear you, Jazz. Tell us something real quick before we go to break.
Absolutely. Just, North Texas Lead, awesome group. I love them. I'm actually a part of them. We'll talk about it a little bit before when we come back. Love you guys. Sorry.
Love you guys. See you on the second half.
Guys, we'll see you second half.
Let's be honest. Wheelchairs are heavy, bulky, and ugly. If you carry a wheelchair in your car to take care of a loved one, you know how hard it is getting that clunky, old-style wheelchair in and out of your car. Introducing the Feather Chair Wheelchair. At 13 pounds, it's the world's lightest wheelchair. It folds in seconds and fits neatly in your trunk, backseat, or closet, so you can take it everywhere. And it's only available right here. Order yours today and get a free wheelchair case, a $50 value, yours free. The Feather Chair, the world's lightest wheelchair, is just $4.99 with easy payments as low as $16 a month. Sorry, no Medicare or insurance accepted. So call right now to order yours.
800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. That's 800-823-5826.
If you're trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs, listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581.
Joco Community Radio. Listen live at tunein.com.
Hello, Jobfather Nation. We are, again, very excited to be a part of NTX Radio, which is a podcast and radio collective proudly serving all of North Texas and can be heard all over the world on the TuneIn Radio as well as on various devices. Did y'all hear an echo?
Yeah, I heard that. That's
wow. But these devices that you can listen to us, well, besides the NTX Radio app,
Apple
is
Play
Android, Apple, Apple Play, and Alexa. I can't say it loud because it'll play out loud. But we are really proud to be a part of the podcast, this collective of podcasts and radio shows.
Yes.
And it has been a wonderful opportunity to be heard all over North Texas and honestly, globally. We have listeners globally. With that being said, Foster, do you have a funny dad joke for us for the second half?
A second part dad joke. And Mez, can you hear me? Are you able to converse?
I can hear you. Can you guys hear me?
We can. Yay!
So after my dad joke, guys, Mez is going to join in. Mez and I had a big conversation about the very thing that we're talking about.
Yeah,
and
the networking.
So some of you folks that that enjoy happy hours like me, y'all might recognize this joke or you'll enjoy it for sure. So check this out, y'all. A grasshopper walks into a bar and was about to order a drink. And the bartender looks at him and says, "Oh, cool. Hey, dude, we have a drink named after you."
What?
And they, the grasshopper was surprised. He said, "You got a drink named Steve?"
Oh, that was cute. I actually like that one, Foster. I like that one. I do. That one was good.
Everybody doesn't get that one, but I get it because I like grasshoppers. I hadn't had one in a long time, but I do like grasshoppers.
Yeah, me. They are good.
Okay,
that's awesome.
So Mez, you were going to add some things in. You and I were talking last night about some of the things that that people should be cognizant of.
Absolutely, and I do apologize, everybody. I am switching providers because I can't stand this anymore. But anyway. Squirrel moment. Squirrel.
Let's talk about sororities and fraternities. I saw that you put that in there.
Yep. So I am a proud member of Sigma Kappa. And I remember when I was going through my job search journey in 2019, I didn't know where to go. So I actually went to my alumni or my college website, and of course my sorority website, and they have alumni groups all over the place. They are amazing. But it's amazing where your sisters and brothers go in life.
It
And
is.
sometimes you don't catch up, and heck, I had a big sorority, so half the girls, I mean, I love them, but I don't have constant communication with them. But when I went on there, there's online stuff because everybody's across the country, so it's very, very neutral. That's the other good thing about these alumni groups from your sororities or fraternities, or even just your alma mater. High schools do this too. So it's not, even if you don't have a college education or went to college, they have it for high schools as well. And it is amazing of, oh my gosh, we're in the same area, and all those sparks to start flying.
Yeah,
and
people
all
stuff.
you the other one I wanted to mention too, Foster, is women in tech. We talked about that a little bit.
Women in tech, women in finance, women in all. You guys go to Google and put women in wherever you are. See what's up.
Absolutely. And there's organizations. And I also want to mention, this is what I did and I loved it. Your local, let's say you're in a bubble for some reason, your local Chamber of Commerce, wherever you're living, they have groups all the time that meet up. And we had so much fun, these groups. I think I went to the one in McKinney, Plano, Frisco, Little Elm, and we had a hat party. So I was able to show off my lovely skills. I mean, it's not just for women. I mean, men's groups as well, but that's what's so important about the meetup. You know, I'm a huge F1 fan. I haven't followed it.
I didn't know that, man. I had no idea.
Oh, I love it. I mean, I'm an engineer. I'm a geek.
Oh, well, that is true.
Hey,
You are a
hey,
nerd.
Foster, can you hear me now, Foster?
Oh man,
Yeah, we can hear you.
Bill, I'm going to have you come back on another show, but we're going to continue to go today because I want you to get caught in this conversation that we're having right now.
Absolutely, and I'm going to, Maz, you're absolutely right. You know, and I want to I want to dispel a stigma on Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's get into it. So Chamber of Commerce, and if you've been in the small business world, and Chamber of Commerce is the way to connect with everybody and professionals, and you go there and you meet more realtors and insurance sales guys and real estate guys. And they're there. That's the way for them to connect. And you want to know them. But you also, one thing, if y'all know Peter Leahy, he is the master at working a crowd.
About the master blaster. Wow.
And you have to go with a plan, and you have to go know your agenda and who to meet, and say, hey,
that's true.
Foster, I'm glad to meet you. I'm so glad, but I need to go see Dana right now before she leaves, and move on.
Right.
The second one I found on Chamber, what's really, really great, was I went to the European American Chamber of Commerce meeting a couple of months ago.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And so to find these Chamber of Commerce groups that's outside of your normal community Chamber of Commerce, but specific Chamber of Commerce that connect the American industry to other foreign country industries. I know there's a Japanese American Chamber of Commerce, so forth, but they're a great Chamber of Commerce, and they go into some really good subject matters and content that people meet. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. That's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I would totally want to add to that, Bill, because that's completely true. If you're not getting out into the other ones, you really don't know what you're missing.
Yeah, it's true.
The Fort Worth Hispanic Chamber of Commerce is on fire.
Yeah,
on fire. And what I love about that is it's not specific to Hispanics, right? It's open to every community. And they're working so hard at growing their sect of chamber that their networking opportunities they're just blowing up.
Absolutely. That's
get out of the box.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I was the engineer. Remember, Foster, when I first started? Like, you're like, come to the
Oh, that
HR.
was funny. Yeah.
The HR is like, who's this random person in our HR
Here comes
meeting?
Maz in there. Nobody expects to see little young Maz has been for 10 years. She's been a biochemical engineer.
Right,
Everybody
biochemical.
was blown out of their seats.
Yeah,
They're like,
for sure.
oh, okay. So I was kind of I was the anomaly, but I got so much information. That's the
Yeah,
other
you
thing,
did.
guys. Within the networking groups that you already know about and you're comfortable with, go to the HR groups. Go to different, maybe associated, like project management is so big. I'm a project manager, but don't just go to the project manager stuff. Go to whatever industry that you want to get into as a project manager. That's why I like PMI. I'm certified. I have my, what do you call it? The major, what is it? The
PMI,
official.
what the PMO
There we go. Thank you.
designation?
There we go. English, wonderful language. But yeah, those little, even within, if you're not comfortable branching out to these groups that we're talking about within your own little network, how about you go to a different group within the job search network and just talk to those people? Because meeting new people, if you see the same people over and over and over again, it becomes more of a support group rather than a networking group, if that makes sense.
You know, Mez, that's a group. Mez, I'm going to add on to that. One of my, as I got involved into the South Lake focus group here, and you find those common connections. I was introduced to the Institute of Supply Management group, and
That's a good one for you, Bill.
And not only did I show up, and I tell you, why would I'm a sales guy. Why would I go to that, right? But my last company, I managed our supply chain for our inventory because I connected with sales supply. Plus, I'm connected with, that's what I do, is connect local manufacturers to foreign suppliers. And so when I walked into the ISM meeting, we were speaking the same language. We had the same goals and objectives. And if I didn't end up on the board at the ISM Fort Worth chapter, that goes even further into the network. So, Mez, that's a great point to jump into those. And they're happy to have you because that's what they're trying to do, build up their network. They're not exclusive club. They're trying to get their own.
Yeah,
exactly. People like
Hey,
no.
Bill, I've got a question for you. I don't have any acronyms behind my name, and I want to pick on your two. So you've got an MID and an MSIE. I don't know what those are.
Yeah, what are those?
There's so many acronyms and different guys when you're networking. Remember to spell out, and we're not fussing at Bill, but this is an example.
So the first one was I got a master's in entrepreneurship out of SMU. So that was, and they had that program, the master's program, for about, I don't know, 3 or 4 years maybe. And then about 4 years ago, I decided to go back and extend my undergrad, which I had an undergrad in industrial distribution. So then I got the master's in industrial distribution, MID. So that was absolutely amazing because it's funny, Foster, I was just thinking about this today because I was wondering if you'd ask that question. When I got my undergrad in a long time ago, China hadn't even opened yet. We don't talk about that. China hadn't opened up yet, right? So China had 2 big openings, one in the late 80s and one in the late 90s, where it opened themselves to the global market. And so when we looked at the industrial world in the 90s, it's a different phase than it is in current environment. We're very localized, and now we're globalized. So it also, to go back to that networking side and those trade groups, the network, I used to spend most of my time in the 90s dialing one and then an area code and then the 7-digit numbers behind it.
Right.
Now I spend most of my time on WhatsApp in the evening on a global contact. Yeah. So the network's changed. And most of these people I were invited to, I'm going to go back on the network side because DFW Dallas had their DFW startup week a couple of weeks ago, and that entrepreneurial community. So
was that put on by Dallas Blue, Bill? Do you know if they were involved in that?
So SMU is a major driver for it, but the DEC network in Dallas, for the Dallas entrepreneurial community, is a big one that puts it on, and then of course, I think Capital Bank's a sponsor. But it is amazing what the entrepreneurial ecosystem is just exploding in North Texas, and so. Networking. I'm going to throw out some networking options. Dallas Startup Week. It did a couple of things. One, it made me realize that like the SMU Spears Institute for Entrepreneurial Leadership, they want business leaders in their community. To mentor. The DEC Network. If you want to know DEC Network, if you want to know what's going on with businesses being involved, and it's big businesses supporting smaller businesses, and they need talent. The AI Connects. There's a gentleman, Dan Sinowat. He is throwing some amazing opportunities to try to develop the business community to the VC community, and they are just looking for people to help them on their. And then 1 Million Cups is another one.
1 Million Cups. That was it. Thank you, Bill.
I hadn't heard of that one. I hadn't heard
of them, Maz?
Yes, I actually met a couple of my friends. We're more wine buddies now, but don't judge. This is a no judgment zone, people.
You're safe on the Jobfather. Keep going.
Yeah. So the 1 Million Cups. I used that, Bill, and I'm so glad you said that. Tiff, if we can look up 1 Million Cups, and then there was another one since he was Bill. Do you have any of other websites that people can connect?
If you look up Accelerator Systems North Texas or Accelerator Groups, there's that's the Texas. I mean, there's Texas Wildcatters, MedTech Wildcatters.
The Wildcatters.
Yep. And
I haven't done Wildcatters either.
Yeah, and that's why you look at
that's a good one. It's popular. That one's real popular.
I put the link in there for Sparkyard because Sparkyard is also one of those resources for entrepreneurship.
Oh yeah, then
the 1 million.
Right, Tiff.
I've attended multiple 1 Million Cups because it used to be hosted at Ensemble Co-working, and one of my friends just presented last week, and I'll be presenting soon for NTX Radio.
Ooh, let me know.
Please let us know. That's awesome.
Yeah, I know that is.
Take that trip to Fort Worth, Mez.
Oh, yes, I will. Absolutely. And
I
then
had her over there last week.
Foster was talking. Foster and I were talking earlier, and the going through the job search, the entrepreneur, because I know that when you're looking for a job, that entrepreneurial spark starts to come up a little bit too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it can feel like a lonely place to be. And if you get out there, you realize that it's not lonely. There's a whole bunch of people just like you. They're going through the same thing, but they're going through the same idea of growth and connections. And the point I was going to make getting out there, I met one gentleman. Later that evening, he introduced me to another a business owner in Shenzhen. We were on the phone later that night, and now we're working some opportunities together.
Absolutely. But
guys, I'll tell you what Bill is my go-to guy. Now, Bill and I have sat down, and I probably got him in trouble with his wife a couple of times because we've spent some time talking. And companies, I want you to know, and I'm just throwing this out. We're going to have Bill back hopefully next week or the week after, whenever we can get Bill back. Bill is the guy when you guys are wanting to get into a new market. Mm-hmm. Bill is not the sales guy. Bill is the guy that's going to come in and he's going to sit with the C-level and he's going to say, this is what I'm hearing you guys saying you want to do. And I'm the guy that's going to get out there and do it for you globally, especially if you're in the industrial market, especially if you are a manufacturer. With his background, when he shares his background next week, guys, you're going to understand why I brought him on the show. So if I have an idea, Bill Benishek is the guy that I'm running it past, honestly.
Oh. I have 2 more groups before.
Go, man.
So I have
go for it.
Texas Businesswoman. I'm actually really good friends with the president of Texas Businesswomen. They have annual events. They're all over the place. I will get the website and hopefully put it in before the end of the show. But the other thing I was going to mention, crap, Squirrel Woman, Texas Business Women, and then Bill, you said something about entrepreneurship. I just lost it. I hate that. I hate it. I hate it. I
Your
hate it.
brain's getting like mine.
All right. Well, okay. Well, Mez, while you try and figure that out, I'm gonna jump off the deep end from something else Bill had said, and this is that, and I've got multiple friends who went into this sector during job transition in an executive leadership role where they moved into a consulting position. So they basically launched their own consulting business while in transition, and within 6 months, she was hired on by another company.
Oh, nice.
So you start out consulting with a company and they're like, okay, wait a minute. We don't want you to just consult with us. We want you to be here permanently.
We're done.
So that's another option for you if you have that skill set. And if you don't have that skill set, again, diving into something like Sparkyard, attending 1 Million Cups, working even briefly with a small business coach on how to do that quick launch helps you move those steps into, and it's added value when you do get hired on with a corporation, because they know that you had the capability of problem solving for yourself during your transition period.
Right.
Tiff, I remembered it. I remembered. So everybody in the job search that have target, which is extremely important, I'm going to make that very clear. Having target companies is extremely important.
Oh my God. Oh yeah. Thanks, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Extremely important. But look up the website of that company and they have socials all the time.
That's a good point.
Interesting.
They will advertise, we're going to be at this job fair. Even if it's at a college campus, you can go and talk to the recruiters. Like you're not allowed to go to those events, even if it's on a college campus. You have to sign up, you have to register, just like normal people do. But they have these social gatherings. So if you have a target company and you show up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and here is my custom resume for you, here's my cover page, let's talk, let's do lunch, let's do coffee. That the face-to-face value, I cannot express enough how important it is. Even if, God forbid, you don't get landed with that dream company, right?
Right.
Having those contacts, having those relationships. I did it. I did the creepy one, creepy stare. There we go. Relationships with those companies is so vital. And like I said, I've been to all these groups and I'm still friends with these people. And I'm employed. So don't forget about all of your connections, even once you get employed.
Well, you bring up a good point, Mez, because and we've said this, and you have as well, on multiple many of our previous shows, that it's always best to start and maintain strategic networking relationships while you're employed, because that is what is going to be some high level networking and open up doors for you along the way. But when you are in between and you're building these relationships, you want to keep them once you get employed again. I just really want to point out the importance of what Mez just said to make sure everyone heard that.
Right. Right.
I want to add on one more that with networking, what I found, it's very, very critical that you understand who you are, as what value you bring to the world, what you want to do. Because if you show up, and I know you HR guys hear it all the time, what can you do? I can do everything. What do you do? What's your superpower? Everything. And as that's
not helping, Foster.
As a business owner, I can do everything. I'm not looking for somebody who can do everything. I'm looking for somebody that can do the one I need them to do really well.
That's right. That's right. A number of you job seekers out there, you come up to Foster and you just say, Foster, I'll take anything. Y'all, that ain't helping me none. I don't know where to go anywhere with you. You might be an electrical engineer, and hey, I got an underwater welding job that I need to hire somebody for.
Oh, that's a good paying job.
Come Come on now, y'all, and
Heck yeah, and high health insurance for shark attacks. Just kidding.
That's a possibility.
Hey,
Yeah.
we have another show on the network on Thursdays at 6 p.m. Central Time called Texas Wild with Ryan Prigmore.
Oh,
and
that's right.
Ryan is a recovery diver.
Oh,
This is what
that
he
would
does.
be really
It's what
interesting.
he does for a living.
That's what he does.
He just spent several weeks in Kerrville, unfortunately, and it was a very trying time. So it's funny that you say that because, hey, we have that in our network. If you're interested, I'll connect you.
It's amazing what we connect, like overseas, underseas.
I know. Well, the topic for today was so in line with what our audience needs to hear because, and I want to thank Mez for coming to the table with a lot of strategic additional groups that we can target. But like Mez said, I mean, whether you have target groups and you want to see where they're, go onto their website and see where they're going to be going for some of their socials, following them on socials, utilizing LinkedIn to look up groups. They advertise their networkers all the time. I wouldn't even be surprised, y'all. And Mez may already know about this because she's so technically advanced. Is that my mic? Sounds like Chewbacca on crack.
No, it's not, but I like the analogy.
Okay, I was like, what on earth? Yeah, I just had to make everyone laugh. But what I was going to say was there are probably apps that will tell you all types of networking groups local in the area. And if not, I think we need to make one. I'll be quiet. That's $1 million idea.
That's a good one. I want to remind everybody not to turn your nose up to chambers of commerce. We have a lot of things. But guys, the very companies that are involved locally, some of the gigantic companies, because I worked at the Monsters, sent me out to chambers of commerce to find out what's going on. Guys, there's a lot of us in job search right now that would work for a smaller, mid-sized company. And that's generally what we think of when we think of a chamber of commerce, but it may not necessarily be so. And remember, I am a proponent of networking because somebody knows somebody knows somebody knows somebody. Now, Bill, I go to Bill. If I have a question about something, I'll call Bill and say, hey, Bill, what do you think? Because I know I want you guys we're going to see him again next week or the week after if we can get him back. But Bill is that guy. He's not your sales guy. He's the guy that's going to strategize your impact into the market. You want to go somewhere, that's going to be Bill. Especially if you're in industrial, Mark, if you're a manufacturer, Bill's background will impress you with what he has done, and I suggest that you give Bill a call if you need to come up with some ideas as to how you're going to penetrate a new market. If you are a manufacturer of a product. Now, Bill, what Bill knows is applicable to service, but Bill has been in the manufacturing arena. And oh my God, I hear music.
Oh,
This was good today.
This was fun,
and thanks,
guys.
Alice Carrillo. We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, great time. See y'all soon. Lots of
Friday.
love.
Thanks,
Bye.
Tiffany.
Johnson, Joco Community Radio. Attention all business owners and creative minds. Do you need a unique and personalized touch for your products? Look no further than Romika Laser